Raw on Netflix. Hulk Hogan, food on Netflix. Sketchy booking, some pretty corporate stuff. I don't know. What do you guys think? Raw on Netflix coming up on the Wrasslin Corner.
That's $1 million picture to me.
We are covering WWE and AEW.
Well, I'm not going to say she's there yet.
I feel like CJ White was full of
I'm going to beat him with this bat right here.
What's up, y'all? Thanks for tuning in to the Wrasslin Corner. I'm dropping new episodes Friday mornings, 8 a.m. Eastern. Get those new drops every Friday morning. We do pay-per-view prediction shows. We do recap shows. We are looking at the first episode of Raw on Netflix. Good and bad stuff. I mean, I was kind of being a little negative in the in the teaser. Let's have a look. First thing I noticed, good and bad. The first thing I did not like was it was so corporate. They had like UFC style advertisings in the ring, and I don't know. I guess I kind of understand, and it's not that big a deal, but at the same time, it sucks. Like there's people getting pinned on the Fortnite logo. The Prime logo looks like shit. Now you've got all these other logos scattered around. It does take away from something that you otherwise make look so great. They had a lot of great camera angles. I don't know if they had new drones or new arms, or I'm not smart enough to know the production, but I really liked the look of everything. I just did not like all the extra product placement. It was Triple H, of course, first doing the introduction with all the product placement in the ring, hyping it up. He would then introduce the Rock, and everyone would think the Rock was there to do something, but this was not the case. He was just giving Raw props. He was just giving Roman Reigns props, Cody Rhodes props, and I mean, it had no real point, honestly. Up to that point, it did move on to Tribal Combat. Solo Sokoa, Roman Reigns, Tribal Combat for the Uafala. Now during the introductions, we got a nice little taste of the lessened censorship. Uh, Honestly, it was awesome. The crowd was yelling. This is early on in my episode, so I'm just gonna say "F you, Solo," and you could hear it, and it was honestly great. I don't know if I'm just old or immature or both, but a little less censorship goes a long way. Now the match itself, um, I always make notes as I'm watching things, and it started out super slow, but then it built up from there pretty good. The first spot that I made note of was Solo throwing those steel steps across a fair distance on the floor and actually hitting Roman with them. Pretty good throw, pretty good bump. So that was the first spot I felt like writing down. Roman got his receipt, if you will, with the steel chair. Then Solo took a turn. He got to use the kendo stick. And then Roman got to powerbomb him through a table. So not much wrestling, but they did take turns doing nice spots. Now with that powerbomb through the table, they had a false finish for Roman. Uh, at that point, but that's when Tamatonga he made an appearance and pulled the referee out during the 2 count or the 3 count, and then so Tribal Combat match continues. Jacob Fatu then of course comes to the ring. He attacks Roman Reigns. Another false finish. So the match was building and building. The slow start, you could say, was maybe a smart decision, even though I didn't like it at the beginning. They did a great job of the story inside the match of building it up. So I guess props to two guys that I crap on a lot. That's crazy. Props. All right, where were we? All right, so after the false finish, Solo, of course, was upset at the 2 count on the referee, hit the ref with the Samoan spike. And that's when the Usos came out. The Usos are there now. Everything's going crazy. You got the Bloodline, you got Sami Zayn, you got Roman Reigns, you got the Usos. The Usos and Sami Zayn set Roman up for the win, set him up for the pin. No ref there to count. That's when Kevin Owens would stop Roman Reigns from spearing Solo. Kevin's gone full heel, even though Roman used to be the heel. Now he's the babyface, and really Kevin Owens has a point. I could also be Kevin Owens' mark a little bit, and I could be a little bit off topic. Kevin Owens stops Roman Reigns from hitting the spear. Another false finish. Um, so these false finishes, honestly, really great, really good. Really great, really good. That's some deep analysis there. Cody Rhodes would run to the ring to fight Kevin Owens. Got him with the Cody Cutter. And then they just kind of, fight off. The match is still happening. As those two fight off, things are you kind of look back at the ring. Oh, there's still a match happening. Roman would then hit Solo with a spear, then a Superman punch, and then he wins. Crazy match. Paul Heyman goes to give Roman the Ulafala, but The Rock comes to do it instead to say, "You are the tribal chief." It's funny how serious I talk about the bloodline and tribal chief. All right. We also had some John Cena on Netflix. John Cena playing a little misdirection in his promo, saying this is his last year, this is his last run. There's no way he could get the 17th championship. There's no way he's going to win Elimination Chamber. There's no way he's going to win Money in the Bank on his retirement tour. And then, everyone kind of caught on after that. Royal Rumble's just around the corner. John Cena states his intentions of winning the Royal Rumble and making history at WrestleMania. I used to defend John Cena a long time ago. Because he has done more for the business than anyone. Looking at you, Hulk Hogan, Triple H, and he used to put his heart and soul into every match. The last, I don't know how many years, I'm bad with time, he has not put any effort into any of the matches. And they have been garbage, just make your paycheck matches. So I hope that's not the case on his retirement tour, but he hasn't really been in the ring to stay sharp. He's in shape, but he's just going to hit his gimmick moves every time. Well, we'll have to wait and see on that, I suppose. Next up, Women's World Championship match. Liv Morgan defending the title. Rhea Ripley, of course, you guys probably know if you're watching this. Rhea Ripley did become your new Women's World Champion. One thing I noticed are these women are taking wrestling back to the Diva ages. Give them back the Diva title. They just keep taking parts of their outfits off every time. They just want to see what simps can watch their matches because this match was piss poor. Slow, awkward match. Nothing really great happening. I will say Rhea Ripley is the much better wrestler than Liv Morgan and much better on the mic, but she does fall into the Diva ways. She plays on The Simps as well. So for a piss poor match, I am glad Rhea's the champion. I hope they can end it with the Liv Morgan stuff. That storyline is played out. She did get to rip around with the American Badass gimmick Undertaker at the end. Cool and all, I guess. The match sucked. And maybe I'm getting old, but I don't know. Oh, Jey Uso, of course, with Travis Scott. You guys see Travis Scott? He had drink in hand. He had something else in hand. They were getting. I think they probably have less censorship than me, so I don't want to see. I don't even know what. He was having a good time smoking with the kids beside him. Jey Uso trying to yeet the smoke away. I don't know if someone okayed that, but it seemed to. I mean, somebody must have okayed it because they didn't run and tell him to put it out. He was still smoking it later. I'm all for, like I said, less censorship, more raw product. We are talking about Raw after all. That was unintentional, but that worked out. So it's Jey Uso anyway, after smoking in the crowd, goes up against Drew McIntyre, not in the party mood. Uso would jump McIntyre during his entrance after he's partied all the way down. McIntyre came in the normal way. He didn't even get his ring jacket off Uso tries to bring the heat to him off the jump. Um, and it wasn't there he would win. And he won off of I think it was a roll up or like a reversal into a schoolboy or something. It was not a finisher, so it was an interesting finish, kind of like they were saying, "Oh, we stole one." McIntyre had him set for his finisher or a big kick at least, so it was all right. It was more funny to see them having a good time, having a good time. Whew. This next segment, I am seeing mixed opinions online. Hulk Hogan, and you know what, Jimmy Hart? I'm going to exclude Jimmy Hart from this conversation. I don't think he has anything to do with this. Hulk Hogan came out to essentially get a pot for Raw and plug his new beer. And he got booed relentlessly. Go look it up. It is worth the listen. You could see it in his face. He was cringing. And he was trying to do his old ass gimmick. The crowd did not want to hear about him, and they wanted to hear even less about his beer. So the different takes online are, did he deserve it is the question. You guys let me know if you guys think he deserved it in the comments or whatever, but did he deserve it? I don't think it matters if he deserves it or not, is my opinion. I see a lot of probably Gen Xers online are the main people crying about disrespecting a legend. I say you paid your ticket, you paid your money. It's like a sporting thing. You can boo whatever athlete you want. They're not using any, violence, unsound language. So I think it's well within their right to boo any legend they want. Especially, Hulk Hogan, he was not for the wrestlers. So the wrestlers are all for the boo. The crowds found out about him over time. To be honest, he was never that great of a wrestler. Yes, you old heads, he elevated the business, but he did it selfishly. He did not want to share it with the other wrestlers. And I can understand that if you're scrapping and getting by, and there's only so much to go around. There was tons to go around there, Hulk Hogan. Anyway, so I think boo whoever you want. Would I boo him? I don't have the energy to boo Hulk Hogan. I'd probably boo him trying to plug his beer to me and pulling off the crap, brother. It was a pretty corporate episode of Netflix Raw, so I don't know. All right, next match. Man, the payoff was not that great. CM Punk and Seth Rollins, the storyline, I was giving such props to leading up in the storyline, giving it Matt Hardy Edge vibes. The match did not deliver. No intensity, uh, just finisher reversals. And then they ended up letting CM Punk pin Seth Rollins on the Fortnite logo. Seth Rollins is Triple H better do whatever he wants for all time. There better be more storyline behind this. CM Punk better get pinned by Seth Rollins soon. That is wild. The fact that neither of them went that intense. Seth Rollins, man, had to job to CM Punk. There's some actual dislike in that storyline, which is what made the build up so good. Then they had a poor match where CM Punk beats him clean. CM Punk couldn't lace Seth Rollins' boots. Anyway, and I'm not even a huge Seth Rollins guy. I'm just saying it like it is. Anyway, that's my Raw on Netflix review. Let me know what you guys think. Was I too harsh? Was it just so corporate because it was the first one and they're just, I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of Hulk Hogan. I do like the less censorship, getting the cursing going, getting the substances going. John Cena. Do you think he's gonna actually put in effort into his matches coming up? I mean, Royal Rumble's is really not that great of a match to put effort into. So, is he just gonna have Royal Rumble then Mania? There's gonna be no good matches. I hope the best for John Cena. Tribal Combat stole the show, I would say, right? Tribal Combat had to steal the show. And that's my show. Wrasslin Corner, like I said, drop it Friday mornings, every morning, 8 a.m. on the Real Fresh channel YouTube. Check it out. And we will see you guys next week, guys. Subscribe to the Real Fresh channel. Get us on X and all your socials, of course, at the Real Fresh channel. And if you only like wrestling, I'll see you on Friday. If you like NFL, I did a wildcard weekend fresh takes on Tuesday. Your wildcard picks are in. My season finale stats are in. We also had Bodkins and his crew. Head Kicks and Haymakers just dropped for all you MMA fans. And also, this upcoming Monday, Talking Tokes is getting a new name. We're not going anywhere. Just stay tuned for the new name. If you know it, you know that the real Meredith and I do a clip show. We kind of have some conversations, do some reviews. We're rebranding. It's going to be better than ever on Monday. But again, if you just like wrestling, thanks for tuning in. It's me, How Fresh. It's the Wrasslin Corner. Peace.
Dubby. 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 Free from sugar, fillers, jitters, and all that BS.
Bite-sized pizzas on wholesome little bagels.
Dubby. 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 Free from sugar, fillers, Dubby.
That's $1 million picture to me.
We are covering WWE and AEW.
Well, I'm not gonna say she's there yet.
I feel like Steve Jay White was a
I'm going to beat him with this bat right here.